So Burkitt's lymphoma. So it's just another form of, actually it's a type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. We call Burkitt's lymphoma. I'm sure this one also named after somebody who first described it, called Burkitt's. So Burkitt's lymphoma. So EBV is Epstein-Barr virus. EBSTEIN. Barr is BARR, then virus, VIRUS. So it's associated with Epstein-Barr virus infection, especially in the African form. So there are different forms. We have a form that is common in the African. We have a form that is common in the American region, South America, North America. We have different forms, but especially the African form is associated with Epstein-Barr virus, but all of them are associated with Epstein-Barr virus. So if you're to look under the microscope, if you're to examine the tissue under the microscope, you see that there are sheets of intermediate-sized cells. And these cells have a high rate of proliferation. So they proliferate, they multiply a lot. Yeah, and there is a very high rate of proliferation of those cells. And when you look at under the microscope, as we will look at, I'm sure there's a diagram that I sent that has that. We have what we describe it as starry-sky appearance. Basically, pathologists, yeah, they just giving some interesting description to how that tissue will appear under the microscope. So they call it starry-sky appearance. So we have tingible body macrophages. So they're basically macrophages that will tend to destroy, those malignant cells. Macrophages, one of the things that it does is to try and destroy any foreign material, any foreign tissue. So, of course, malignant cells will be one of the things that the body will want to destroy. So sometimes it will succeed in destroying malignant cells around itself. And so that is where it will appear clear. Yeah. And then, of course, the malignant cells will appear like dark. So you will see those macrophages like in a sky. So they appear like stars. The white areas will appear like stars in the sea of those dark appearing malignant cells, starry-sky appearance. And this one is more common, usually occurs in children. So African form typically affects the mandible or certain visceral organs. I think if you go back to the notes when we talked about, neoplasia, if you go back to neoplasia, there's a diagram or there's a picture of Burkitt's lymphoma. Maybe you can go there and you'll be able to see that picture of somebody with a mass growing at the mandible. So it can affect mostly common in the mandible or other visceral organs. So as I've already said, it's a type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So you can see there that diagram plus a micrograph. On the right side picture is a micrograph. Micrograph is a picture that you will see after you prepare that tissue looking under the light microscope after being stained. So that's how it will appear on the right. But this is the diagram basically trying to show the same. And you can see there the mitotic figures. You can see there the starry-sky appearance. You can see those macrophages. Around them, they are clearer. And then you can see those dark like malignant cells all over. So it will look, if you are to look at the sky at night, you will see stars, then the rest will look black. So that's what I came up with, the starry-sky appearance under the microscope.